What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another reaction video. And here we got this could destroy Adam22 and No Jumper. Now I know this has to do with his wife, but I want to know. I don't know exactly like what situation this has to do with her wife, but I do know it involves his wife. I didn't even know he had a wife. But let's just see exactly what they're talking about. Let's get into it, man.
I'm going to assume that most people watching this video have some idea of who Adam22 is. For those of you that don't know, Adam is the main host of a podcast network and now conglomerate that is No Jumper. Yes. He started out interviewing BMX guys, which led to him interviewing SoundCloud rappers, and being best friends at one time with the Little Pumps and Little Xans of the world. That era of No Jumper ended a couple years back, and for the last 3 years or so, Adam had really changed the content up, and instead of just interviewing rappers, he branched out to talking to all kinds of crazy people and influencers. And he was well on his way to building this $100 million brand. I remember when they moved into this massive new office thinking, damn, they must be printing money over there. The Brinks truck is coming by on the daily. But lately things have not been looking so good for Adam, after most of the talent involved in building No Jumper up has now left under bad circumstances. And while that's another topic for another day, the point is that No Jumper seems to be in a very volatile state. And with what I have to show you today, it could really put the nail in the coffin for both Adam and his brand. So it all really started yesterday when this tweet came across my timeline, where Adam talks about him getting married to his longtime girlfriend, Lena the Plug. For those of you guys that don't know, these two have been a couple for probably around, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. She's always been OF girl, he's been a podcaster. I think it was kind of like a match made in heaven. And over the last couple of years, these two relationship got a little bit different as Adam began to get involved in her work, and they started hosting this podcast where they pretty much interview a corn star, and then afterwards, to my understanding, they pretty much bang her together, with the key emphasis there being on her. Like they only ever had female corn stars coming on this show. Well, now that these two have gotten married, and they've made that commitment to each other, I guess they decided it was finally time to change things up. And now this is what's going on. I can't even show you guys like the full picture of the video because she is in some pretty crazy clothing right here. But this is her pinned tweet on her Twitter profile. She says, "It finally happened at I am Jason Love. Dropping 7/13. Mark your calendars." And just look at what's going on here, guys.
Hey guys, guess who I'm shooting with today?
No.
It's finally happening. Wow, I did not know you were gonna do that.
I mean, she has a smile on her face the size of Texas. And like I already said, when I initially saw this, I was left absolutely...
Okay, so we all know what that means. She's an OF girl. She said mark your calendars. She got another guy in the room with his shirt off. You could kind of insinuate what was about to happen.
Absolutely speechless. In the past, Adam had already talked about how one day this might become a reality where she would film with another man. But Jesus Christ, are the optics of this absolutely insane. And the thing is, guys, I don't really care what people do in their personal relationships. If you want another guy out there to bang your wife, to bang your girlfriend, hey, that's not really any of my business.
Wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though.
But when it comes to the ways this could damage the No Jumper brand, and Adam22 as a public figure in general, that is where I believe this is all going to be a serious mistake for that man, Adam. Like I already said, No Jumper is already in a pretty dire state at the moment, and it's almost like when you're in a Pokemon battle, okay, and you know you got your one move left, your HP is getting low, and then the other trainer gets that critical hit, and you're done. You know, the screen goes black, you wake up in the hospital. And I know some people out there would try and make the point like, oh, well, he's already banging girls, what's the big deal if she bangs someone else? And it's like, well, the difference is she's already known for basically being a corn star, where on the other hand, his claim to fame is really being a podcaster. And I think the only reason girls really want to do corn with him is because it's likely very good for their business. But if she's just gonna start doing scenes with other people, it's like all his leverage is slowly going down. I mean, listen, Adam, it's simply not worth it, my guy. Like, once he sees that video, as well as the rest of the world, you know, next month, it's coming in like, what, 2 weeks or something like that? I promise you things will never be the same in his life. And he's actually already commented a couple times about this whole situation. The title of this video is literally Adam reveals that Lena did a BBC scene.
I just want to break it to you guys so that you guys all know what's going on. After 7 years together, been doing pretty much the whole time, but we've gotten more and more deeper into the conversation, or into the stuff. We decided, we've been having this conversation for like damn near a year. Okay. She shot her first ever scene.
No.
With another man. Over the weekend.
And you didn't see this coming? You didn't see this foreshadowing at all? You had no clue whatsoever that she didn't even think to have this with her before? Like, did you even have this conversation beforehand? You didn't correlate that, I guess? I don't know.
That shows growth.
That shows growth. Bro, but they get on your ass saying that you don't have it in you to disagree with me. So I'm going to use this as...
Look at that man, sharp.
Saying that you don't have it in you to disagree with me. So I'm going to use this as an example. Tell me how you really feel.
What? About her? Listen, for the money... You don't want to hear what I'm talking about for the money, young.
I'm going to tell it
for the money, young.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not really too familiar with who this new guy over here is, but all I'm seeing from him is, yes, man, yes, that's me. Talking about, oh, for the money, you don't know what I would do. Like, I'm sorry, dude, but no amount of money is gonna be worth seeing your wife get piped out by some other guy online. I mean, we already saw the way that people treat the former YouTuber Sneeko after he pretty much admitted to being down bad, and we didn't even have a visual of that one. Like, if this gets out to the public under every single Adam22 tweet for the rest of time, people are gonna dog him about this, people are gonna post up that video. I mean, this is truly like a life-changing moment, and you got the dude over here in the corner talking about, oh, but the money's good. To my knowledge, both Adam and his girl are individually millionaires. And obviously everyone wants more money, no matter how much they have. But when it's gonna probably be at the cost of his mental health, and it's just really gonna change the image that people have of him overall, to me, that's really just not worth.
Listen, the best thing he could have did was kept the relationship private. That's the best thing he could have ever did. If he was gonna, go along with this. He could have kept the relationship private. Nobody would have knew. Their lives would have remained normal for the most part. But like I said, it wouldn't have really caused this much of a problem if nobody knew they was together. But yeah.
Worth it.
How I really feel is that I need my girl to go out and shoot a motherfucking solo scene so she can bring that bag back home. This is a business, nigga. This is...
Nah, that's the craziest thing I ever heard. Like, that's how you truly know that money is the god in someone's life. Yeah. They are subservient to that dollar.
The reality is that her career has been, helped by me for sure, but also held back by me to a certain extent because of the fact that we would only shoot together. And
take a man to realize that shit.
The number one thing that she gets asked, that she gets requested, whatever, is they want to see her shoot with another guy.
Who cares?
And, we've kind of had the conversation over the years, and I started to come to this realization that the reason why I didn't want her to do it was not because of my own personal jealousy or anything like that. It was really just the fact that I didn't want to be the guy who got roasted on the internet that week. I didn't want to be the one that everybody was making videos about, whatever. And I slowly started to feel like that's kind of a stupid reason for me to hold her back from doing something that would realistically be very, very good for her career, Right.
I mean, I just completely disagree, because it's not only going to be like a week of people making fun of you.
Adam, really? Like, you saying that this is gonna stop like the biggest time of her career, but she has a relationship outside of that careers that she's doing. If you want to be doing all that, you gotta at least be single, at least, like I said, at least keep the relationship private, or nobody would have known. And then, like, it would have been all cool, Adam. It would have been all cool.
For this. Like, this is something that will likely follow this man for the rest of his life. It's not just his girlfriend anymore, it's his wife. Yeah. And honestly, everyone sitting around this table, to me, should be ashamed of themselves. Like, let's say my homeboy comes around, he says, oh, it's getting tough to pay these bills. My girl's thinking about starting OnlyFans.
He does have a point, though. When it's marriage, is a little bit, it's even worse that it's marriage, because you committed to do something. You're committed to to only be with that one person. So for her doing that, for her doing like a scene with another guy, it's like marriage doesn't mean anything anymore. Basically, that's what that means.
Paige, just even that alone, I would say, bro, I should smack you right now. And I get that in their relationship, it had already been taken there. They had been doing all of these crazy things already on camera. But to me, this is really just on a whole nother level when it comes to the public perception of Adam22 and how this is going to affect him. And this is how you know this whole situation is already eating away at Adam. Because he feels the need to bring up this topic multiple times, and it's only been like one day that this information has been out.
And then I gotta say one more thing before I keep this going for a little bit longer. With the Sneeko situation, I don't think his girl wasn't an OF girl. That's one. 2, nobody was gonna know about the situation until he told somebody. Let's keep that in mind. It wasn't like she broadcasted it over the whole internet and everybody's gonna see it. It was in private. It was like a story that he should have kept alone, and nobody would have known about it. He decided from his own will to tell that story. Adam had no choice. They was married. They're married. I don't think Sneeko and his girl wasn't married. Adam's girls they're together. They're supposed to be married. That's one, and then on top of that, she's an OnlyFans girl. He has no control over that. If she wants to do that, that's cool. But then that's when you have to decide what you're gonna do next. And I guess he's just gonna stay with her.
Are you ready for my announcement?
This is Samoan work.
I would like to share this with you. So I've been with my girl for 7 years. We just got married. We're not in an open relationship, but from a perspective, we shoot with other girls, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. But no other guys is busting her ass off.
Well, you guessed it. Over the weekend,
Something like that happened.
she filmed her first ever scene with another man.
I know you was mad. You was angry.
I agreed to it, so I wasn't. I say angry might not be the word.
But you was kind of like disappointed a little bit. Like, you vibe like her, that's your sitch.
You know, I agreed to it. She gave me a lot of outs on the way in. Like, she kind of kept telling me, like, if you don't want me to, I won't do it.
You should have said no.
I said that I wanted her to do it. I'm like,
on top of millions of dollars, Adam. You didn't do that shit.
Exactly.
See, now that is a real friend right there. When your friend's trying to tell you something or they're talking about a situation and you know it's on some bullshit, like, to me, if you're a good friend, you're gonna speak up and say something about it. You're not just gonna sit in the corner and be supportive of every little thing your friend wants to do, talking about, oh, well, you're still making money, you're still getting that bag.
But I told her, I'm like, I think you should do it. Let's get it out the way.
So how do you vibe about it now?
She's 32.
Do I need to get you an old English?
No.
She's that
just
old?
drown the pain. And but I don't think it should be a big deal. Yeah. But then after she actually did it, I'm not gonna lie, I did feel kind of odd.
Yeah,
that feeling in the belly,
see,
you know?
like, goddamn, like 5
I can just see now, like, academics live streaming this shit.
What about you, Flacco? You have a woman?
Oh, academics is gonna go insane on this situation. Especially if he's, like, at least this much through the Hennessy bottle. He is gonna unleash the wrath of, like, a million suns. I mean, like I already said, what someone does in their personal life and their personal relationship, whether they want it to be open or not, I could really care less. But the way this is likely going to damage his brand and people's public perception of him, I really just, like, cannot get over it in my head. To me, this is all just insane. I really believe he's opening Pandora's box. And I guess I just gotta say good luck to him, man. I mean, in the few interactions that we've had online, he's always been cool to me. When my channel got hacked a couple years back, he was over here advocating to YouTube to help me get it back. But to me, it's just like, damn, I have to keep it real about this. And to me, this is an absolutely atrocious look. But y'all let me know what you guys think about this down below. Man. If I do have one closing message for you guys, is stop watching corn. It's bad for you. You definitely shouldn't ever pay for it. That's how you know you're really down bad. We'll see where No Jumper goes from here. I do want to thank you guys for dropping a like on today's video. Y'all make sure you subscribe. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman. And some other crazy shit out here needs to be covered. So I'm out.
Let's go.
Peace.
Yeah, because believe it or not, there's crazier stories than that. But good video, Jamari. This was crazy. Adam22. You gotta look out for yourself at this point, because this is looking bad. This is looking bad. I don't know, man. This is looking bad. And you guys are married. Yep. This is looking super bad. But hey, there's nothing more you can do. Just pray for the man. We'll see what he's about to do next. We don't know, but we'll see what happens from this story on to see what changes and what does and what doesn't. But I don't know what you're gonna do, Adam. I don't know. But this is the end of the video, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see next in the comments down below. Subscribe. Go to my Patreon. All my block reactions will be on my Patreon. Please go support. And I'm out, guys.